Hey everyone. So if you've been following me on Facebook or Instagram, you've seen me working on this project of a replica bomber jacket, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about that. It started off with just kind of investigating my grandfather's story. He flew B-17 bombers in World War II, and on his plane he was the co-pilot, Hank from Dixie. It was shot down, and he and 7 others were able to parachute out of the plane as it was descending, and before it crashed, and he was taken POW. 2 other crew members sadly did not survive the crash, and I learned a lot more about him, his crew members, the plane itself, nose art on planes, and just basically any kind of crew or bombers that were out there doing their jobs to protect our country and our way of life. I wanted to honor them by making a jacket, and so the first step was looking for what's called an A2 flight jacket. These were leather jackets issued by the Air Force for the crews that were flying. Some of them might have had some type of fur collar, others were just plain simple leather jackets, but anything I found like that was way out of my price range. One website that I found is called fjackets, F-I-L-M, or fjackets. They had a really cool selection of jackets, black, brown. They were kind of geared towards fashion, and some of them were straight out of movies like Top Gun. You would find the Top Gun jacket in there as well. I found what was called a 1950s style bomber jacket, and it looked very close to an A2 jacket. Very, very similar, what I was looking for. It already looked old. It was leather, it was brown, it had the right cut, the right pockets, or quality zipper, and it seemed like a quality product for a very good price. So I ordered that and was blown away with the customer service of them getting it to me, and I can track it, and then when it got here it was definitely packaged nicely. It was not going to get lost in the mail. I had to sign for the package, which was fine by me. And when I opened it up, I was just like, this jacket's going to work out perfect. So once I got that jacket, I decided to start to paint it with nose art from Hank from Dixie, and I'd like to show you the jacket as it stands right now. Okay, here's your typical A2 style or 1950s bomber jacket as described from fjackets.com. You're brown, it's already made to look distressed or old, and it looked like such a nice jacket. I didn't want to like draw on it and start painting on it, because if I screwed that up I was going to ruin an otherwise perfectly good brand new jacket that was a nice quality. But I got the jacket just to do that purpose, so I ended up doing it. In the back, got Hank from Dixie nose art. There's some symbolism behind what I've put on here. The 7 white bombs are the 7 missions that they ran successfully. Then the 8th bomb is black, and that symbolizes the one that they were shot down on that mission, and they never got to the point where they did drop bombs on their target, which was a ball bearing factory in Germany. The name Hank from Dixie comes from the pilot's name Hank and his wife's name Dixie, and he named the plane. You'll notice there's 2 gold stars. Those symbolize the 2 crew that were lost. And then on the bottom is actually the serial number of the plane, along with the date that it was down, and then the number that were killed and the number that survived and became POW. I still have one more touch to add to this jacket. I plan to add some authentic patches to it. They were in the 8th Air Force, and that's their insignia that they had that would go on a sleeve. Then their bombing units and bomber groups. These are the real ones that they had right here and here. And so I had these reproduction patches sent to me on the web also, and I can't wait to get those onto the sleeves. But the coolest thing is when I get to go riding on my Misfit motorcycle that also has its own nose art right here, Darling Vicky. So let's go for a ride real quick, guys.